Hello, welcome you. Gbbr here, and my worst fear has come true. My P90 started to leak from the internal compartment, and this is what I most fear about this gun. Well, now we have to fix it. I realize you guys may not be able to hear this, but trust me, it's leaking, and now we have to open it. Alright, so as of my first video opening this was a disaster and I didn't actually know what to do. I'm gonna do another one now that I know what I need to do to open this gun. Basically, first we need to take these that I made off, obviously, because we have to simply disassemble. If you didn't see the disassembly for this gun, it's on my after game review, everything wrong with P90. It's on my channel. So simple disassembly, you take off the mag, take up the upper receiver, which is just the barrel and the rails, push the hang on, push the bolt back so it engages the hammer and take it off. Just now the back plate. Come on, alright. Now the trigger assembly. Okay, so far so good, easy peasy. Now the problem was for me in the first time the mag release. I had no idea how to take this off, and you can do it before or after taking off the screws. It's on you, that decision. But just take a flat-headed screwdriver, push a little bit on the edge of it right here on both sides, and easy after you know what to do. Now to the screws. Oh, it's easy for you guys are on the other side of the screen. So mind that the screws are different sizes when you put back. The first time I did it, I got mixed up a little bit. It's not difficult, but just mind this. Alright, now everything should be free, so I can separate it. Alright. Now we need to take things off. We need to take this, that's in the internal compartment, off, and our main problem. Let's put this aside right here. Now this was our problem, and I'm gonna cut to the video that I recorded previously of me finding where the leak is. Hang on. Alright, so I brought a cup of water here and I'm gonna check for leaks. Doesn't seem to be coming off of here. I don't actually know. Doesn't seem to be the problem where the magazine goes in. Alright. Right here. Right here is the problem. We have a leak in the middle of the compartment. So let's try to open this. Alright, it's barely open. I don't want to actually separate these parts. Hopefully it's gonna seal. Alright, let's just put it in place and screw it back on. Alright, this probably did it, as most of my leaks I can solve with this. Fingers crossed. Let's test it. I don't know if it's gonna work. I never. Alright, just press it. Let's see. Fingers crossed, guys. Have you crossed your fingers yet? It's gonna work. It's gonna work. If you don't, I'm dead. Alright. Great. I made it worse. Somehow I made it worse. How can this be possible? It wasn't like this when I opened it. Let me try to put it a little tighter, maybe. Nah, it's not working. Somehow I made it worse. How could I have made it worse? That thing always works for me. Maybe, I don't know, I have no idea. I'm gonna take this off all the way to see how it works. Maybe there's something that I'm missing. Alright, with the screw all the way out, let's... Oh, well, this is a huge problem right there. The O-ring is busted. Was it busted before? Did I bust it? Did I put it wrong back in place? Well, this is gonna be a hard to find O-ring. This is gonna be a tough one to get. Now I have no idea how to fix this. This gun is officially dead. Yeah, one game in, about, let's guess, 500 rounds through, and oh, here's another piece. Yeah, I probably destroyed it. Probably put it back and it was misplaced, and when I screwed it back in tightly as I did, I broke the O-ring. Alright, this gun is dead. Okay, not on my watch. No gun dies on my arms. Okay, this is not a thing. In a desperate attempt, I tried to use that goo that I use. That's a car engine seal shit without the O-ring, but as you may know, it did not work. And now I found the O-ring. I went to some places downtown and I got the O-ring, the specific O-ring. For those out there that wanna know, that's a 1mm thick O-ring with a 50mm in diameter. Okay, so if you need this and you don't have the measure for it, it's 1mm thick and 50mm in diameter. Alright, now very carefully we're gonna put this back in place because I do not want to break this and I need this gun to work. Alright, let's screw it back on, let's see if it works. Fingers crossed. Now it's a moment of truth. Please work. Let's put it the right way up and... well, I don't know. Did it have gas? Alright, it had gas and it's holding it. Nice. Yeah, it's holding it. It's holding it perfectly. Let me fill the magazine up to see if it's actually holding pressure. But damn, I'm so happy so far. Come on. Yeah, baby, it's working. I don't know why I'm so surprised. I mean, I changed the O-ring as hard as it was to find, but yeah, I'm very happy. I'm sorry, I'm very happy with this. It's working perfectly, flawlessly. I brought this gun back from the dead. You can call me Virus. Alright, so now to put this gun back together, that there are little tips that I can give you. So firstly, we gotta put back this internal compartment. Let me zoom in here. This groove here stays with this part right here, so you gotta align those two and put it back. Well, before I forget, we need to put the trigger rods back in place, and then we put it back together and it should lock and be completely in like this. Just for disassembly's sake, I'm gonna take off the selector switch and the trigger. You just take out that spring, that little piece that has a spring, and take tension on the selector. Then you can take off the trigger and the selector itself. Simple selector. Since I had it out of the gun, I painted the letters and numbers like this because I think it looks better, looks good. So I painted that with nail polish. Simple like that. Now to put it back, you can put back the selector first. Put it in a position that you're comfortable to put the trigger back on, which is full auto, like this. because it have more space, so you can put the trigger back. Alright, so once you have everything back, you can put the, hang on, alright, everything's okay. You can put the this piece right here, that's just a spring that holds tension, on the selector. And to put it back, you put in a position, whatever, put before the put the part that goes into the selector first, and then just latch it on the other part. The trigger, spring, and pieces you also need to assemble back. These have these little tabs here, and you gotta align them with this part right here. So easiest way to do that is to push all the way these two parts all the way together, because this holds it. Alright, hang on. Push it all the way together. Hang on, and put it on that groove right there, those tabs. Alright, so this should hold tension on your trigger. Let's see. Alright, it's doing its job. That's basically it. Not that hard, it stays in place. It will only jump out if you open the gun, but it will stay there, so you can reassemble it. Also, the upper guide, it's on the front of the gun. Put it on the side that you're mounting everything in. Well, I guess this is everything. Alright, this piece right here, this is the little part that prevents your gun from firing without a magazine in. So you gotta lift it upwards and put it back, put the gun back together, so that would not get in the compartment. Alright, so this was tough. I spent a little while here trying to reassemble this gun, and I took a hell of a beating because this part right behind the trigger wouldn't close for anything. It just wouldn't close, and I had no idea why that was happening. But since it was there, I had an idea that probably my selector switch was wrong, so I would rearrange it. I have no idea why this is not closing. I mean, everything is in place, nothing is loose. It can't come loose, but I'm gonna try to mess with the switch here, maybe change position, because it's the only thing that's where it's not closing. And let's try again. Alright, selector in another position. Let's try to close this gun again. Let's try to line everything up here, see if it works. Now the back's not closing. Try to wiggle a little bit so it gets in place. Alright, closed. The little tab's not up. Yeah, everything closed, but the little tab's still caught in the internal compartment piece, and I had to snatch it off. Both times I closed this gun, these little two pieces here got stuck together, and I had to take them off the top of each other with a little screw. So it's alright now. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they are where they're supposed to be and not on top of each other. Now let's put the screws back in. Alright, so we're at the end of our journey right here. Reassemble of this gun, really simple once you know what you have to do. Now I know that I gotta keep the selector in a specific position, like semi or safe, so the gun will close. Alright, everything's back, and do not put too much force on the screws right there, because they are not that tight with the plastic, and if you put too much pressure they will spin, and maybe with a while they may damage the body. So to put the mag release back on, just put the spring in place in the middle, because there's a section in the mag release that the spring's supposed to be, and then just push it back in place like so. And yeah, this gun is now basically back together. Just put the trigger box in, put the back plate in, put your bolt and your nozzle in place, and your upper receiver. Alright, so the gun is completely reassembled. Let me hold this down. It shoots, it holds gas, it's completely functional, and we got it back together. Nice! Alright, if this video helped you, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm always doing stuff like this. This gun is hard enough to find a review, which I have, and it's in the link down below. If you guys want to check that out, I have a gameplay, a review, and also a gas efficiency test, all in the link down below. And I have a video with my opinion on this gun as well. So if you like to check that out, all videos will be in the link down below. Leave a like and subscribe. Soon to be more.